Well, that was pretty much a complete and utter failure. I was trying to showcase my products, use my son's Lego train set to sort of attach the camera, of course, to the rail thing, whatever, and like go around and around, and I could sort of get slow motion, speed it up, showcase my own titanium products, but the speed controller had an issue, and so it, whoa, it's bright. The speed controller had an issue, and so it just went flat out, and of course, so I had to push it around manually. It's still good fun nonetheless. Just spent a couple of hours in the cafe there, coffee and that kind of thing. Just looking at drones there, close to getting one. Kind of like I'd like to, but you know, there is cash flow issues just now. Like, can't go spending willy-nilly, kind of got to be rational. In saying that, the price of that drone there was $2,400. It was on sale, I think, for $1,800 like a few days ago. The first thing they said to me was like, oh, you missed it last week, and I was just like, ah. Just stopped down to the workshop for no reason whatsoever. Just had a coffee, was gonna head home, take my son to the beach perhaps, and thought I'll just go along here. There's no reason to be here, is there, Julian? No reason, yeah. I'm done. So, guess what I have been doing this afternoon? Apart from sleeping, I've been reading up on CNC machines again. Now here's the funny thing, I've been taking a bit of a step back. What I mean by this is, I've been really thinking, so rather than going, oh, you know, should I get this machine or this machine? I'm like, that's probably the wrong thing to even be thinking right now, to be honest. I think I'm thinking about this the wrong way, if that makes sense. Here's why. Online, I saw an advert for a particular machine and it said from just $539 per week. I thought, wow, isn't that interesting? They present it in how much money per week, and I thought, well, that makes sense. They're doing that because for a business you need to know your cash flow. How much money is the machine going to make you? Like, what are you going to produce? How much of it? How is the machine going to pay for itself and give you a margin on top? I haven't been considering anything like that. Nothing. I've just been thinking, I want a machine, and that's it. I think what I really need to do is go, wait a minute, Magnus, if you're going to spend 100,000 on a machine, maybe I should be thinking, is there better things I can spend 100,000 on, for example, that will return an investment, not just me sink my money into the machine? Because remember, it's not like I'm suddenly going to bring all my CNC stuff in-house or anything like that. I won't be doing that. Basically, I need to go, what am I doing here? Like, should I really be going down this path? I've been looking at loads of different machines. Tormach, Horco, Haas, OKK, Brother, Okuma, Matsura, Makino, and all the other ones I can't remember. But again, I do have this issue, and I can't get away from it, that if I'm gonna go for one of these machines, even though it's completely over the top for what I need and overkill, and just, you know, considering I don't even know what I'm going to do with the machine much more than I kind of want the machine for a bit of prototyping and making projects, I still feel the need to go for like the top Japanese one. You know, it would be something like the Okuma or the Makino. I mean, I've kind of like looking at those two machines, which are just, you know, way beyond, they're $100,000 machines. My dad's had my son at the beach for the last couple of hours, so I can see them coming back now. It's a bit sandy.
I know.
You're a bit sandy.
I was covered up to here with sand.
Oh, okay. Now I think it's important to consider, you know, if I'm going to get a loan to buy a machine, you know, maybe it really should be spent on something that's going to further the business and that kind of thing. I mean, I don't know how many options there is for where my business is at presently. I have a water jet cutter. If I didn't have a water jet cutter, that would be the number one thing I should buy, because that water jet cutter in the last almost 2 years, it has more than paid for itself. I know the numbers and I know what I would have spent with a third-party service having stuff cut, and it would have cost more than it cost me, so that's awesome. If I needed a tumbler, then investing money in that would be what I would need, but if you've been following me for a little while, you know that I just bought one of those a few months ago, and you know, it's exactly what I needed. It will keep me going for a little while longer, as well as the centrifugal one I've already got. The new one was a vibratory bowl tumbler. I don't know what else I would really need. Like a lathe, definitely not. Like not much of what I do is with a lathe, and you know, my machinist does that stuff. A milling machine, of course, you know, like that's what we're considering now. The only other machine I can think of would be one of these. Now that is a wire EDM cutter, so I'll do a bigger video on it sometime, but basically it's like a thin bit of wire that cuts through the metal. It's like, it doesn't actually touch the metal, there's an electrical discharge, and it can make the most fantastically good cut. It can cut really deep and all that stuff. Now when I was in Singapore earlier this year, I think in April, that was one of the reasons I was there, was to view these machines. This is Fanuc. They're also made by Mitsubishi and Makino. I know there's other makes, but they're not the good Japanese makes like that. I just know that Fanuc's good, Mitsubishi are good, Makino are good. I visited the Makino, in fact, I'll talk about this another time, but I visited the Makino factory. They were actually assembling them, and they were assembling the CNC machines as well. It was unbelievable, just mind-blowing. It's like, I was there and I was just like, I'm gonna buy a Makino. It was just unreal. Anyway, I'll talk about that another time. Take a look at this product here. This is my hang key product. So that there, I water jet cut out of a sheet. Now the quality of the cut is okay, but we've still got to machine around it, do beveling. Anyway, the water jet cutter is very hands-on. From what I can tell, especially with a Makino EDM wire cutting machine, it could be very hands-off. We could actually cut these things. It's a lot slower, but it's essentially cheaper to run because it's so hands-off. So that's something, but I don't think I'm there yet. I'll maybe think about it a bit and present it to you in a video, sort of my thoughts and the numbers and why I don't think it's worthwhile going for one of those right now. But that is another option. I kind of want the CNC machine not as a real thing for the business to push it. It's kind of for me just to do projects and try my hand at it. I mean, that really is, that's me being 100% honest. But it's also, you know, to sort of, perhaps I can do a decent amount of prototyping, sort of take products further along with testing. I'm not sure. I really don't think I know enough about it to see if that's feasible, or how much time investment, you know, should I be spending my time elsewhere? I'm not sure, but I thought I would share that with you. And so definitely curious as to your thoughts. Like if you can say, oh Mike, you should get XYZ machine, that would really help your business because of the type of product you do, or I don't know. Yeah, I'm throwing that out there. I welcome any and all feedback, obviously. I am going to leave you with a quote. It's very short but very powerful. It's by Napoleon Hill, and he said, "Don't wait. The time will never be just right."